Okay, this is Mike Jones, aka the wrestler Virgil from the 80s and early 90s. And he's gone under a bunch of different names. And he's become one of the biggest memes in professional wrestling, if not the world, in the sense he sets up a booth, he sets up a table, and he sits there wanting $25 an autograph or for pictures and stuff. And he's all alone. I watched Wrestling with Regret yesterday, and I ended up watching this video because I both was sad and got a big laugh. I ended up watching that video multiple times. And Virgil, you started out as a cheap poor man's Apollo Creed back in the early to mid 80s as Soul Train Jones. Then you got picked up from the WWE at age 25 when you said on record that you was the youngest person ever to be contracted with WWE. You said at 19, but you was actually mid-20s. Then you was nothing but a glorified bodyguard valet for Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Then when they broke you out on your own with Roddy Piper even giving you a rub, you still couldn't really get over. Beyond having fast hands and feet and some jabs, you had nothing. Your promo style at best was average. You only got over because of the quality opposition. But then after a while, WWE didn't really get behind you like that. In fact, the only clip that was missing from Wrestling with Regret was showing Yokozuna legitly doing the bonsai drop on you. And it's amazing that you still had a chest. Maybe that's why your chest is shrunken besides age over the years. Because the late Yokozuna flattened it. And it just never recovered. But then you went on to these other several names like Vincent in WCW, Mike Jones, your real name, Shane in WCW. You came back as Virgil for Ted DiBiase Jr. and you was gone within a month. Then you go on tour at these signing autographs. Barely anybody acknowledges you, to where even the wrestlers that know who you are even punk you to your face. Now say what you want, and I've said some things about certain black professional wrestlers over the years, being I'm a big pro wrestling fan, but none of them ever got punked like you. I never saw Rufus R. Jones. I never saw Special Delivery Jones. I never saw Bad News Brown. I never saw Rocky Johnson or Tony Atlas. Never saw Ron Simmons. Never saw Butch Reed. Never saw the Junkyard Dog. Never saw Coco Beware. Booker T, Stevie Ray. Or even from the recent crop, The Rock, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Shelton Benjamin, and a co-host of others. Never saw any of those guys get punked like you get punked. But the thing that sold it for me, that really buried it for me, was in the mid-90s. You actually did an angle with the late Jim the Anvil Neidhart, where it was Virgil versus Thug. And you had two white guys basically come down with Ku Klux Klan hoods. In fact, one of them was dressed up in a Klan outfit. The only thing he was missing was the Iron Cross of the Nazis. And it was Jim the Anvil Neidhart in disguise. And you notice they gloss over that part of the Anvil, cause Anvil. Oh my God. Anyway, you also agreed to let them hang you like a lynching. I mean, unbelievable. I guess you're what Willie D was talking about. If you're selling at your people, you know what I mean. Oh man. And I used to call the New Day a certain term and said they were a buck dancing gimmick. The New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Biggie Langston all got more manhood than you. The wrestlers I named earlier of color got more manhood. Even Rocky King, and Rocky King was the king of the scrubs. He was the king of all scrubs. He wasn't even a role player. He was trash. He had more manhood than you. And he was trash for those longtime fans that know who I'm talking about. Shoot. Even Sweet Brown Sugar, Skip Young, and World Class, the Iceman King Parsons, Brickhouse Brown, and they were mid-level at best. They had more manhood than you. Virgil, you are the biggest C word. And you know what I'm talking about. See Willie D's song. You are the biggest C word ever in professional wrestling. And I'm going to leave the link in the description box and in the comment section to the video that Wrestling with Regret ran. They brought up stuff that I didn't even know about this guy. I knew this guy was weak. This guy was a scrub. But damn. You be trying to hustle, trying to get that F word money. Dude, if you want F word money, you better be getting out on the street. And the rumor of how you got the job at WWE in the first place was that you laid your third leg or revealed your third leg to Pat Patterson. And those that wondering why I'm talking about him showing another man his third leg, look up the name Pat Patterson sometime. You'll understand. Anyway, Virgil, you sucked as a wrestler. You suck as a character. And apparently, you suck as a man. I'm out.